Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a movie review of the Mohanlal film Pulimurugan. So it was Mohanlal's birthday a few days ago, and I watched this film and then I felt under the weather for a couple of days, and so I didn't get it edited and posted on his birthday itself. But so many of the reviews of Lucifer compared Lucifer and the action scenes and the fight scenes to this film, to Pulimurugan. And so I felt like, okay, it's on Hotstar, I think is what I watched it on. So I was like, okay, I need to watch it and catch up with this 2016 film and see what it was all about. I had such a mixed reaction to it. I thought the action scenes with the tigers, which were, I think, mostly completely CGI, were amazing. I believe the cinematographer had also worked on the Bahubali films, and I could really tell. It was filmed in Vietnam, and so many of the scenes are set in the jungle. And those scenes of the traps that Mohanlal set for the tigers and all the action with that were amazing and really exciting and made the whole film worth it. Mohanlal kicked a tiger butt, I'll tell you that. He had this amazing sort of, I wouldn't call it a slingshot, it was sort of a hook on the end of a leather strap that he would wrap around his leg, and then he would use that hook in all sorts of amazing ways. It opens with a flashback of him as a child and watching someone in his family be killed by a tiger, and that's what spurs him to become a tiger hunter. And the child actor that they picked to play young Mohanlal was amazing. I don't know what his name is, but that kid, he had the look of Mohanlal's face. They really did a good job, and he had just sort of this intensity about him. I thought he did an amazing job. So then we moved to present day, and Mohanlal is known as the one who can save everyone in the village whenever a tiger starts attacking villagers. Now, it's interesting because there's one scene where they just, a character, not Mohanlal, but another character, carefully just moves a cobra snake that's about to attack someone, moves it to the side, and is just like, oh, we don't need to kill these harmless creatures. They're just scared of us, you know. But yet, when it comes to the tigers, which are an endangered species, there's no talk or quibble about relocating the tigers or putting them in a sanctuary, or I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of like they've killed a couple of people, they're done. So this is not the kind of film that gets into ethical questions and quandaries like that. But it made for some very good action. There's also a plot with a drug dealer that Mohanlal encounters. That forms most of the drama of the second half of the film. So what I really liked is, again, were the action pieces, and there were a couple of really fun fights, not necessarily in the jungle, of Mohanlal against several people, and of course he was amazing. Now, Jagapati Babu plays a villain, and he's being dubbed. I don't know who the voice actor was that dubbed him. Jagapati Babu is one of my favorite character actors from Telugu cinema, and he has played so many great villains. And I do have to say that this villain, there were a few scenes where he's kind of a hooded stranger. He looks his usual menacing self, but then I don't know if it was just something lost in the translation of him being dubbed, but his character wasn't written in a way that really let him, I don't know, he's been a crazier, better villain in so many other films. So it was just kind of a dimmed down Jagapati Babu. Always glad to see him, just not his best role that I've ever seen him do. Mohanlal was exceptional. The way they wrote his part, here's the guy who is brilliant at tracking tigers, brilliant in the ocean, in the jungle, but then evidently can't read English when his younger brother gets a job and it says marketing director. He thinks it's his name, Manikuti. I don't know, like a simple, I think he's supposed to be sort of like, a simple village person, but who has that village wisdom, wisdom of the forest. Lal plays Mohanlal's uncle, and that was really fun for me to see the two of them act in so many scenes together. They had a little bit of a complicated relationship, and both of them are such fine actors. It was really fun to see them. Okay, now what I didn't like was there was two whole storylines or things about the film. Mohanlal's wife, who's played by Kamalinee Mukherjee, and her character's name is Maina, and she is a shrew. She is constantly yelling at and screaming at Mohanlal. I think maybe she smiled once in the movie. Like, she just was, she was like that nagging housewife trope. And what it was supposed to represent is that she was afraid of him going to fight these tigers all the time because they had a young daughter. But instead, it was just all of these scenes, all of these misogynistic scenes of her just being this shrew of a housewife, and I absolutely hated that. And then there was sort of this comic relief character, Sashi, played by Suraj Venjaramudu, and it's not, I've seen him in several films. It's not that I don't enjoy him as an actor. I do. It's just he had sort of this peeping Tom thing going, and also making fun of women, and I just, it was just like this. There was all of this parts of the movie that was so awful to the actresses and the women characters. Yeah, so that was a lot of distaste to get past to enjoy the action scenes. And then I did feel like the movie dragged somewhat as far as, they'd set up all of these complicated things and then pulling it all together and having the long action sequences in the second half, and just, I don't know, it was a long time getting there, you know what I mean, to everything resolving. However, some of the action scenes were really awesome and fun to watch Mohanlal kick everybody's butt and vanquish these tigers and all of that. So it's worth watching. It's definitely not one, though, that I'm going to seek out and watch again. I don't think I have seen another film by this director, Vysakh, but here I am watching it in my living room, and I can only imagine what it must have been like seeing it in a theater with really great sound to hear those jungle and the tiger growling and all of that. Those scenes must have been amazing. I would love to hear what you thought about this film. Again, it's playing here in America and in India on Hotstar streaming. I watched the Malayalam version, but I think they had it, I believe they had it in Telugu as well, and possibly Tamil. Do check it out. I think it's, especially watching it at home, I think it's worth watching. There's a lot of great scenes. It's just some of the scenes that were meant to be funny weren't funny to me. So please do follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Subscribe here to the Pardesi Reviews channel, and if you hit the notification bell, then you'll get a notification whenever I have a new film review or trailer reaction.